Hey YouTube, Hieratic here, bringing you all an update to my Hieratic Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. I wanted to update the Hieratic deck for a good while now. For those of you that don't know, the Hieratic deck is a deck that focuses on being able to tribute out your different Hieratic monsters to be able to then get out special summon normal monsters on the field for you then to be able to overlay into the many different Xyz monsters we have for the deck from the extra deck, and also have some rank up options with some of the other spells we run on the deck to go into the higher rank 8 monsters as well. Very happy with the deck. I always like going for the pure build when playing with this deck, focusing on the Hieratic monsters to be able to go for some of the more fun summons to make use of, along with sticking to as generic of an extra deck that I can go for as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the main deck monsters, running 3 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. It cannot attack the turn, it's special summon this way, and when this card's tributed, you can special summon 1 dragon normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but make its attack 0. So this is the play to be able to summon out your main go-to monster as a special summon resource, and then you can go for the tribute summon of this card, and then when it's tribute summon, being able to summon out another dragon normal monster to the field, and hopefully have your 2 level 6 monsters. We're also running 3 Hieratic Dragon of Su, when you can special summon this card from your hand by tributing 1 Hieratic normal or 1 Hieratic monster. Once per turn, you can tribute 1 Hieratic monster except this card from your hand or your side of the field. To target a spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy that target. And when this card is distributed, you can special summon 1 dragon normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard and make its attack and defense 0. So once again, it's another special summon. So you can summon out Tefnuit, and then special summon Su out onto the field, and then use the special summon effect for Tefnuit to summon out your normal monster, needing the 2 level 6 monsters, just with Su and that other normal monster to then go for your Xyz summon. And we're also running 2 copies of Hieratic Dragon of Ascent, and also the Hieratic Dragon of Nepthet, with both of these being more special summon options, having a destruction option with Nepthet for the monsters on the field, and then having a level adjustment option with Ascent for both of these monsters. They're both level 5 monsters, so you definitely do need that resource adjustment. But the big thing also is if we don't have the same level for our monsters, we can at least go into Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres for our Link summon, just needing 2 dragon monsters to do so, and then giving us more of an additional resource of a dragon monster from our hand or deck onto the field also to use. Now, our normal summon option in the deck is in the form of Hieratic Dragon of Gebeb. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 dragon-type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard and make its attack 0. And when this card is tributed, special summon 1 Hieratic normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Once again, same tribute play, but this is just one of your normal summon targets in the deck. Having 1800 attack can make for a pretty good summon out on the field if you do need to swing over a monster, but also being able to search it out with cards like Hieratic Seal of Convocation also. I also run 2 copies of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon just for more of a banish option of a face-up dragon we control, and then being able to special summon 1 dragon-type monster from our hand or graveyard, except for Darkness Metal Dragon. It can also be one of the better targets to summon off of Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres onto the field as well, and then just continue on the resources that this card can summon out also. Now, I mentioned normal monsters being a thing that you need in the deck, so I run 1 copy of Labradorite Dragon and 2 copies of Wattail Dragon just as the normal monsters to be able to special summon out with all the many different Hieratic monsters that we have in the deck to be able to use, with the last of our main deck monsters being 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, along with Impermanence, just the small hand trap lineup that I run in the deck, because the main focus you do want is to have a wide variety of monsters to be able to special summon out and tribute, and then be able to special summon more normal monsters also. For the spells, we're running 3 copies of Hieratic Seal of Creation. You can target 1 Dragon Xyz monster you control, special summon from your extra deck 1 Hieratic Xyz monster with a different original name by using that target as material. It's treated as an Xyz summon and transfer its materials to the summon monster. You can banish this card from your graveyard to target a Hieratic monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense. You can only use this effect of Seal of Creation effect per turn, and only once that turn. So you only have the 1 effect, but still giving you a resource of a dragon monster, let's say, back onto the field, can help for some other bigger plays that we may want to go for, but the big play is to be able to use this card to then be able to summon our rank 8 Hieratic monsters onto the field using our rank 6s. and then also 3 copies of Hieratic Seal of Convocation. Add 1 Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand. So with this card, you have search power for any of the mentioned Hieratic monsters that we run in the main deck from our search off of it. And also 3 copies of Celestial Observation. Place 1 level 6 monster from your hand or face on the field on the bottom of the deck and draw 2 cards. You can activate 1 Celestial Observatory once per turn. So it can be from the hand or face on the field. So if we have multiples of the same name of Hieratic monsters, we can then at least use this card to be able to give us draw power into some more needed cards for us to be able to use in the deck also. With the one-ofs for our spells being 1 copy of Hieratic Seal of Supremacy and the 1 Monster Reborn resource grab from the graveyard, and then if we have just an additional monster in our hand that we need to special summon out. And then lastly, for the spells, 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Once again, just a resource used to stop our opponent's card effects for their monsters by sending the additional resources we may have, whether they be on the field or in our hand to the graveyard to stop those monsters. With our traps being 2 copies of Hieratic Seal of Banishment, you tribute 1 Hieratic monster and then target 1 card your opponent controls and banish that target. So just added banish power on top of our tribute for our Hieratic monsters using this trap. And lastly, the counter trap for the Hieratic lineup of Hieratic Seal of Reflection. When a spell, trap, card, or monster effect is activated, tribute 1 Hieratic monster, negate the activation, and destroy it. Once again, a counter trap, so being able to stop a wide variety of speed spell 1 cards using this one. Along with the Ash Blossom, we run the 3 Infinite Impermanence for the final cards of the main deck and the last of our hand trap lineup. For the extra deck, we're running 2 copies of Hieratic Dragon, King of a Tomb. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card to special summon 1 dragon monster from your deck, but make its attack and defense 0. This card can attack the turn you activate this effect, but still, you can use this card to special summon out your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and then Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon can summon out an additional dragon monster, and then you can just overlay on top of your King of a Tomb for your use of your Seal of Creation, or we can even just go into cards like Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, which can then attack also. We also run 2 copies of Hieratic Sky Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. Now with this card, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect that targets a card on your field or your graveyard or any of your banished cards, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, and destroy it. So more of a protection effect for cards on your field, graveyard, or your banished. So any of your cards that your opponent tries to go after, you can use the Overlord of Heliopolis to stop those cards. And then you can use the Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis, to destroy your opponent's cards by detaching 1 and tribute any number of monsters from your hand and or your side of the field, and then destroying equal number of cards on the field because of it. So destruction and protection using both of the rank 8 monsters. I run 2 and 2 because we do have options with our Seal of Creation to banish to summon our rank 6 option back. So there have been times when I played that I've gone into at least maybe 2 of the one and 1 of the other. So I want all those options available to me in the deck also, with the last of our Xyz monsters being 1 Gaia Dragon and the 1 Zeus for the overlay, and then additional overlay if need be also. For the Link monsters, 3 copies of Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. You need 2 dragon monsters once per turn. If this card's in the extra monster zone, quick effect, you can tribute 1 monster from your hand or field, return 1 face-up card on the field to the hand, and if this card's tributed, special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck to make its attack and defense 0. So this play is what was meant to be done with the Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. It's meant to be used as a tribute engine for your Hieratic monsters, gaining the extra special summon if you were to tribute those monsters from your hand or field as well using this card. And then also the 1 Triple Burst Dragon, the 1 Saryuja, the 1 Boral Sword, and the 1 Boral End for an additional dragon lineup we can go into with higher Link monsters if we build up the Link play, but still have more and more monsters to use also. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, as I mentioned before, you have the Special Summon play with Tefnuit, and then if you have Sue in your hand, or you can search it off of cards like Hieratic Seal of Convocation, adding that needed monster to your hand, you can then go for the Special Summon of Sue, special summoning it out into the field, activating the effect of Tefnuit to then be able to summon out your normal monster onto the field, and then you can overlay the 2 together, giving you your Hieratic Dragon, King of a Tomb. You can detach 1 off of a tomb and then give you your other special summon from the deck, being your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. And then once per turn, you can special summon 1 dragon type monster from your hand or graveyard, so you can summon back the Tefnuit. That was the original tribute back onto the field also. It is a soft once per turn for the Tefnuit, so then if you have another dragon monster in your hand, then you can go for the play, because you haven't even normal summoned yet, you can normal summon out if you have 1 additional Hieratic Dragon in your hand for that monster, gaining the tribute of your Tefnuit again. again, giving you 1 additional monster on the field as well. That's why I like to run the additional normal monsters, because it may still be the attached material on the card also. And then from there, you can go for more and more bigger link plays on the field also for those summons. A tomb can't attack the turn you use its effect, so then in turn you'll use the effect to overlay onto it using your Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, which can then attack and also have piercing damage, and then after that attack be able to go into Zeus also. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, I wanted to update it with as pure of a version of the deck as I possibly could, but I hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.